I'm a mum to 4 children and a dog, and I'm decluttering my whole house. I've been giving myself a challenge to get motivated to declutter categories and items in my home, and I'm going to be doing this in small chunks of time, so I'm not going to wear myself out, because let's face it, decluttering is really hard, isn't it? So I don't want to do it all in one day, and I'm making this into a series to help you to declutter your own home, so you can join in with me and declutter along the way. This makes decluttering so much more manageable because we can do this in small chunks of time. I'm going to be setting a timer of 10 minutes on my phone today because I've been wanting to declutter this cupboard behind me, which has got drinks bottles in and also Tupperware boxes or food boxes, because I know that there's quite a few things in that cupboard that I don't use and it's just taking up space. And what I recently did, and I've been finding this so useful, is I just quickly went around my home and I pinpointed the things that were bothering me the most, and I just made a quick note of it. Like, I didn't have to go into detail. It literally took me less than 5 minutes to do this before I went to bed. I was so tired making this list as well. And all I did was I went around each room and then I pinpointed the things that I wanted to start decluttering. So I got my son's room and I've put some of the things in his room I wanted to declutter, like his clothes. And also my little girl's room, I wanted to declutter their board games and their toys as well. And I also made a list of some of the things that I can think of that I want to declutter in my home. So you can do this as well. All you need to do is just grab a notebook or a piece of paper and just jot down the things that are bothering you the most. Like I said, you don't have to do this all in one day. Like, you don't want to put pressure on yourself to spend hours decluttering. By making a list, you can take small chunks of time out of your day when you've got some energy or when you've got a little bit of time and just get these things decluttered. It does take time to declutter your house, but I've spent the last 2 years decluttering my home and I've made a massive difference to working towards a more minimal home. And honestly, I'm living a very, very minimal lifestyle now, and it's honestly changed my life. So let's get decluttering together. Grab a drink if you need one. I definitely need one because I've been talking so much today. I've been decluttering quite a few things today because my little girls are off on their half term in 4 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little footstool. I love this. I will link it for you. It's one of my favourite purchases from Amazon, and my kids use this all the time. So let me show you what it looks like. It just folds out like that. It does take quite a bit of weight. So I've got quite high cupboards, so I want to get to the top of the cupboard. So this is my cupboard that I use for like days out, lunches and things like that. This is holding a lot of water bottles, and you can see I've got loads of water bottles. Some of them haven't got lids, some of them don't get used enough, and I just want to be quite ruthless today. I've got 3 boxes behind me. I will show you those. One is a box for recycling, one is a box for selling, and one is a box for bin. So I'm going to be able to quickly throw those things in those boxes. I know this bottom shelf here, we use these because obviously it's obvious these are in their bottle organiser, and these are the things that I use the most. I have got a box here of all little tubs, and to be honest I use these because my little girls use them a lot for snacks, so I will leave those there. But there are a few things that I could do with decluttering, like some bottles that don't get used enough, like these ones. I only use them in the house, but hardly ever, so I am going to declutter those. I'm actually going to put those in my donating box behind me. Not the donating box, the recycling box. And then some of these haven't got lids, but I will be able to find the lids some way. Some of them I know are a little bit leaky, like these leak terrible for some reason. There are some things up here that I know for definite that I'm not using, like these little boxes here. I've got quite a lot of these boxes. See these little snack boxes, and they are ideal, but I don't need this many because I don't use them very often. So what I am going to do is just get rid of that one. This is a box that we've had for a long time, but don't use it enough. And I'm going to get rid of these. I probably will sell them because they're Systema boxes. So I'm going to sell those. I'm going to donate this. Not donate, I keep saying donate. If I say donate, please just take it as I'm going to recycle it because it's plastic. There's also a couple of boxes that I know I don't use, so I know I don't use this. I just keep it on the off chance that I might use it one day, but it's not getting used. I probably will resell that. Let's have a look at these boxes here. I've got quite a few of these snack boxes, but although they are very handy, I'm just not using them, so it's just such a waste. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to keep this one because this one I still use for picnics, so I'm going to put that one back up there. There are a couple of little lunch boxes here that I want to keep because sometimes my girls have packed lunches still. But what I am going to do is put these boxes, which are my son's, put that box up there, put that up there as well, just in case, because sometimes he does use that. And then I've got all this space, which is brilliant. I'm going to donate that, resell that, sorry, resell it, yeah. Oh, I'll get it right in a minute. These are some spare boxes for food. They're like food containers and I do want to keep them, so I will actually pop those back up there. And then I am going to go through this box here because I know there's a few things in here that I just don't use and I'm keeping this for the sake of it. I got these little chip holder things. And I've also, oh, sorry about the noise. I've also got these little trays as well that I just never ever use them, to be honest. And they are good for hot dogs, but I don't ever use them. So what's the point in keeping them if I don't use them? So I'm going to actually sell those on as well because I think they're sellable. Because they're practically brand new. I've never used them. And then there's a couple of little goo pot things. Do you know the goo pot desserts? I do use these for making little jellies. So I will actually pop those back up there. Wow, that's a noise. There's also this cupboard here as well that I want to have a little look through. I have actually decluttered a few bottles from this box, but I know there's one bottle in here that I definitely don't use, and that is this one. I've also got lids to bottles that I've just seen in that cupboard, so I'm going to take those lids and put them on the bottles that are in there. But if you've got anything like lids, any little accessories to things that you just don't use, just get rid of it. There are other bottles that I prefer, so that's why I use those bottles over anything else. Put that back up there. And then mainly in this cupboard there is medicine, so that basket is for medicine. These boxes here are for medicine and plasters. Let's have a little look through this box here. I think I'm going to take these out and put them in the space that I made in that box up there. I need more room for my Tupperware boxes. I'm finding it really hard to find room for food storage boxes. I haven't got that many, but I have got a few. And we use them all the time, so we do need quite a few. So, oh, look at that, that's amazing. I've got so much more room now. I can put these sandwich boxes in there, and I don't need all these sandwich boxes either, because my kids don't have lunches very often now, so we only use them pretty much for the odd pack lunch and mainly picnics. So there's just a handful of little sandwich and snack boxes there now, which I don't really need loads of. I'm going to put the lids on this, the lid on this bottle. Okay, that's brilliant. I just found a random lid to a bottle that I got rid of, so I'm going to recycle that. And I'm also going to recycle this as well. So now I got a spare box that I can use. To be honest, if I don't use this box for anything, I'm just going to recycle that as well, because when I declutter things, I like to also declutter the boxes that they came in. I just want to show you everything that I've decided to get rid of. So there are quite a few things for selling, so it's going to be my selling box. So I'm going to sell these. What I do is I will fill up a box, and then when I've got some time, I'll take pictures of these, and then I will store them in my garage in a box, because I like to sell things on Vinted. I'm going to recycle these. So these will all go in plastic recycling, in my recycling thing. And then there's nothing for bin, which is great, but I always like to have a bin thing just in case I find any rubbish, and I'm not going to recycle my glass of water.